statement in accordance with Rule 52 of our Rules of Procedure, and I want to thank you for according me this opportunity to clarify on some information which has been saturating the media regarding the debate on the budget of the State House, some items. Yes, by clarifying the distortions and also putting the record of the House very clear that State House is a full government entity, it's a vote with a structure fully approved by the Ministry of Public Service. It has a workforce which is composed of both support staff and regular officers at various levels, and the staff provide the necessary logistical and technical support for the efficient and effective operations of the presidency. Because an impression has been created that whatever we appropriate is for the person of the president and his or her immediate family.
Procedure.
Mr. Speaker, this procedure issue is on two rules. The first is Rule 52 the Minister has cited. It sets conditions for such a statement to be brought. Rule 222 forbids reopening for reconsideration of a matter that has been handled by Parliament. And that reopening, if it must take place, it must be on a substantial motion moved with a notice given of not less than 14 days. That's the only way you can come to ask Parliament to reconsider a matter, because we dealt with the budget here, we finished it. There were ministers here of finance, of everything. This matter can only be reopened under Rule 222 on a substantive motion with a notice of not less than 14 days. So the procedure issue I am raising, Mr. Speaker, is whether this Minister of National Guidance, now seeking to misguide Parliament, should abuse Rule 222, but also abuse Rule 52, because State House wants to deny parts of what we passed here in the budget, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable colleague, the minister approached me, and that was the first question I asked him, that would you want the House to reconsider the decision it made? He said no. I read through the statement. The statement the minister is presenting is not in any way reopening debate or seeking a reconsideration of the resolution of the House. But as a minister for information, okay, he felt he needed to inform the nation because very many questions are being asked out there. So this is a very good platform he can use to inform the nation. So let Honorable Minister, the Minister has the permission of the Speaker. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. If the Honorable Member had cared to listen, I never made reference to the budget debate. I said matters saturating in the media. And I am moving this to clarify and set the record proper. I am not asking Parliament to reconsider matters which were considered by the House, because I am a senior legislator, I know what the rules.
But Honorable,
right.
You've ruled.
Yes.
Now you're making your own ruling.
So, Right Honorable Speaker, reading from where I had reached, the staff of the State House provide the necessary logistical and technical support for the efficient and effective operations of the presidency. And the State House, in turn, provides the necessary facilitation for the staff to carry out their responsibilities effectively. And this is the mandate which informs the budgetary allocations across the various items. for instance, to explain what has been the media as to whether the president in the State House consumes 500 million shillings, we want to explain and clarify that the expenditure on this electricity consumption is addressed to Entebbe State House, the Nakasero State Lodge, the Vice President's residence, and 23 upcountry state lodges distributed in the various parts of the country, including Jinja, Mbale, Soroti, Morulinga, Baralege, Guru, Arua, Masindi, Luwero, Chankwanzi, Mubende, Fort Poto, Kisozi, Masaka, Bushenyi, Mbarara, Kabale, Kisoro, Kapchogwa, Ngoma, Kaumu, Mayuge, and Buvuma. 5 administrative office blocks that support the State House and many other forms of infrastructure. In the media, there has also been a discussion as to whether the president spends 350 million shillings per year to buy clothing. Our president is one of the smartest presidents, but yes, but to clarify, according to us who see him regularly, I just want to clarify that the item that appears under the State House budget on beddings, clothing, and footwear is meant to cover the protective gear for support staff, beddings for the state lodges, which I have read about, the curtains, the various linens for furniture and State House functions, as well as uniforms for staff as need arises. And the categories of staff include drivers, housekeepers, caterers, kitchen staff, cleaners, and the regular office staff. As well, the State House supports skilling programs where you have seen young people who are skilled in various vocational skills and usually provides uniforms. So this is to dispel the misinformation that that budget caters for clothing the president, but rather it facilitates all these functions that I have explained. I could go on, but that's the point I wanted to make. Right, Honorable Speaker, I hope this information clarifies the issues to do with the budgeting for State House and sets proper the record on the Hansard of this House. And I want to appeal to all of us that we should resist always from raising sensational and unsubstantiated information which misleads the public. I beg to move, Right Honorable Speaker, and I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, Honorable, take your seat. The minister is no longer on the floor. He finished. Honorable colleagues, in the public gallery this afternoon, we have a delegation of staff from the National Assembly of Kenya. They include Mr. Noah Arap, Principal Clerk Assistant.
Rule 52 sets 3 conditions. First, that this statement must be written, circulated, but it's also debated. And the reason, Mr. Speaker, I am raising that, because this book here, page 34, 35, is now being contradicted by this Minister of Information. In fact, he should be sacked immediately. Because you can't be a Minister of Information and you are contradicting information provided by your own government. So the procedural issue I am raising is whether, Mr. Speaker, this matter must not be debated under Rule 52. So we can help the public to understand that information that we brought in this Parliament was actually supplied by Minister of Finance. And Mr. Speaker, the law on Presidential Emoluments and Benefits Act does not provide a state house to drivers. It provides a state house to the president. So if he chooses to sleep there, Shamba boys, drivers, is also in breach of that law. Because the law says provide the president with the state house. So the procedural issue I'm raising is whether this matter should not attract a debate under 52. So we can tell this Minister of Information that actually his statement is in breach, or the president that is attempting to defend is in breach of the law on Presidential Emoluments and Benefits Act.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to finish before your hand breaks because that book is too heavy. I could see the pain, but but I saw the urge. You wanted to speak. Just Honorable, if I do that, then if I now open up the debate and really I would be now going to Rule 222 because you see, Rule 52 sub Rule 2 says may. So as a presiding officer, I weigh. Since it was a clarification and is not seeking reconsideration of the resolution of the House, and it is just a clarification, his statement will be just accommodated under Rule 52. He is allowed to make a statement, a minister. Okay? So he has used. There are some people who feel have been misinformed. There are others who feel have been informed. So you choose the category you want to belong to. I just leave that to your honorable colleagues. I can't. I want to go into your head to choose which side. Next item.